Assalamualaikum and welcome back to the class of Mathematics class 6. So today we are going to start with the second chapter of our geometry. That means in the chapter 6 we have started geometry, where we have talked about theoretical and proof type of things. But in the next chapter, that means in chapter 7, we are going to deal with practical geometry. That means this is a very interesting chapter. In previous chapter there was something which we need to memorize, but here there is nothing to memorize. This is just basis. This is just done on the basis of understanding. And yes, here we are going to learn how to draw different type of geometric structures with proper logical instruction and way. So yes, so firstly we are going to introduce ourselves with the things that we are going to learn in this chapter. That is measure a line segment. That means we have learned in the previous chapter what is line segment. That means a line segment has two endpoints. That means that is measurable, a fixed length. So line segment has a fixed length. So here we are going to learn how to measure the length of a line segment. Use information to draw line segments. Okay. Then we will draw different type of construction, like learn how to draw the figures using some given information. Then draw figures of different measurement. Then we will learn how to draw different line segments as well as different angles. Okay, so yes, it's going to be very fun chapter. So yes, firstly we are going to learn about some basic tools that we usually see in our geometry box. So what are the use and what are the description of these tools? We are going to learn that first. So firstly we are going to start with the scale that comes with our geometry box. That usually is 12 centimeter. So for this, a ruler is used to draw and measure line segments. So we all know a ruler is basically used to measure the length, breadth of a line segment. Then here we have the description of a ruler. The ruler is graduated into their length, centimeters along one edge and inches along the other edges. So we can see in the scale we have, like in one portion, in one side we get the measurement in centimeter. Again on the back side we get a measurement in inches. So yes, so in this way we measure different sides of triangles, then line segments. So moving on, the pencil compass. So we all know this type of thing where we actually input pencil, like there is a one end which is the pointed end, which is kept in the copy by forcing, and the another end is placed putting a certain radius. Like here we get a radius, fixed radius, by which we draw circles, then arcs. Arc actually the portion of circle of a certain circle. So to draw arcs and circles, so I have already said we use pencil compass to draw arcs and circles. So basically in case of drawing different type of line segments and angles, we need the use of arcs for drawing the accurate angles. So we are going to learn them step by step. But firstly here we need a compass for drawing arcs and circles. So these two information may come as MCQ, like what is the purpose of using pencil compass. Then if there were option, if there is given option arcs and circles, then that will be your answer. So a pencil compass consists of a pair of arms with pointer on end and a pencil on the other. The pencil is fastened in such a way that equal length of each arm is maintained. So I have already said that we have a sharpened end and another end we put a pencil to draw our required circle or arc. Then the two arms of pencil compass are fixed with a screw. So it's actually fixed with a screw here, such a way that the distance between the tips of the arms can be varied. So it's fixed in such a way that when we actually tilt or close the compass, there it can be varied. Like we can just make a difference by just pulling and pushing the radius, then we can get different radius for drawing circles. So it is made in such a way that it can be changed. So yes, I hope you are clear about pencil compass. Now we are going to talk about the divider. That actually in our stage we have no use of it, but we are going to learn what's the purpose. To mark off equal lengths. So a pair of pointers of equal length are fixed together with a screw in such a way that the distance between the pointers can be extended or reduced as desired. So we can actually make the measure of equal length, like if there were given two straight lines and we want to measure whether these two lines are equal, then what we are going to do, we are going to point. I am very bad at drawing, but still I am trying. So we will just put one end here and another end here over here, then take the measure, and then without changing the radius, without tilting the sides, we are going to place them here at one end, and in another end will automatically placed in another point of the line. Then we will get the cut off section of equivalence of this one. So this is basically the use of a point divider. So yes, moving on. Then the set of squares. Then we get actually this type of two figures, two structures like triangle shaped instrument, or you can say tool in our geometry box to draw perpendicular and parallel lines. So we have already learned in the previous chapter what do we mean by perpendicular and parallel lines. So perpendicular lines actually make, if there are two lines, they actually make 90 degree with each other, and in case of parallel lines, two line segments actually move in such a way that their perpendicular distance is same, and actually they never meet, so they don't have any common angle. So we have already learned in the previous chapter. So set squares are two triangular pieces. One of them has 45 degree, 90 degree angle. So we all know in case of our triangle, sum of three sides is equal to 180 degree. So you can see these two figures are also a triangle. So this actually will give us the summation 180 degree. So in case of one piece, we get 90 degree. One angle, like one perpendicular and two 45 degree angles. And in case of another one, that if you will see there is a triangle like this type of shape, in that case you will get one perpendicular, that means 90 degree, plus one 30 degree and one angle as 60 degree. So 60 plus 30 plus 90, we are getting 180. Similarly in this case we are getting 45 plus 45 plus 90, that is equal to 180 degree. So if in exams sometimes if we don't have certain time to just draw angles of 45 degree or 30, so we can directly place these things and draw the angles. So yes, again since we have 90 degree, we can also draw perpendiculars, parallels as well. So yes, I hope you are clear with set squares. So moving on. Then we have the protractor. So we all know, I have already discussed in the previous chapter what is the use of protractor. So basically we use protractor to draw and measure angles. Like firstly we just give a line, then place the protractor over here, and then we mark the certain angle, like we want to draw 30 degree, then we just put a point, then just join the point with a line segment and extend the line. In this way we draw. Again, we can just measure the value of a angle of a triangle or angle by just putting the protractor over here, keeping the edge at the 0 point of the protractor, and then where the line crosses, that will be the certain angle of the side of a triangle. So yes, so a protractor is a semicircular device. So it's semicircular. So semi means half circular. It's a full circle. If we cut the circle from the center, we get semicircle. Measure starts from 0 degree on the right hand side and ends with 180 degree on the left side. So we can see it starts with 0 degree and ends with 180 degree. And vice versa. So we can see both in anti-clockwise and clockwise direction. We have the similar number like 0 to 180, again 0 to 180. For some cases where we have to measure in clockwise, there we have the purpose of the two directions. So yes, I hope you are clear. Up to now I have discussed the use of different tools that we are going to use in case of learning the constructions and doing the constructions. So in our exam, we are going to face constructions. We can face actually CQ where we can get, like in our exam we have ABC part. So in case of ABC 3 parts, it is likely possible to come like you will get theorem of the previous chapter and construction from this chapter. That means a mixture of 2 chapters as a CQ. So since we have just only 2 chapters in our geometry part, we have to be very much clear. Also, we need to be very expertise ourselves so that we will be able to answer them properly without any mistake and confidently. So I hope you are clear.